Howdy folks, it's your friend Navid Maka. So we are gonna visit the archaeological site, the Birhamanabad. It's a controversial site and it is a long history and it is mostly related to the history of Sindh. And we'll talk about that when we will be at that site. So folks, I'm at site Birhamanabad. You can see behind me the ruins of Birhamanabad. So there are two theories about it. It's a controversial site. Why I call it controversial site? Because it has two theories. One is that some ultra ideologists, religionists call it Mansurabad, and some ultra nationalists call it the Birhamanabad. Why Birhamanabad? Because Birhamanabad was considered the capital city of whole Sindh. The Rajadar and his sons ruled this area, or it was capital also called. And why Mansurabad? According to Chaznama, which is written the history. Okay, it's a book about the history of Sindh. So Chechnama calls it the Mansurabad. They call it the capital. The ultra ideologists, religious call it that it was the capital city of Umayyad Khilafat in Sindh when they occupied the Sindh and defeated and trounced the Rajadar. Here the son was living, the Rajadar son was living here. And when Rajadar went to Bambur and fought with the Muhammad bin Qasim, and where he got defeated in Bambur and Dep. So the Muhammad bin Qasim came that way from Sakrand and to this Birhamanabad to here. And here he defeated and occupied the palace of the Rajadar and he killed his sons. Many say that the Rajadar was right and many say the Muhammad bin Qasim was right. So I would not go against anybody. I would ratherly go ambivalent. So I think the Rajadar really needled his people. Rajadar belonged to the Hindu religion, and most of the Sindhis at that time were the part of Buddhism and belonged to the Buddhism religion. So they didn't like and got discontent with the Rajadar. So when Muhammad bin Qasim came here and besieged the Sindh, they helped him. The Jats and Sumras or whatever they were called. So they helped the Muhammad bin Qasim to defeat the so-called the Rajadar. So this is the stupa, jet dropping architecture. Oh my God, this is great. That's the mandir, the temple, Hindu community. That's recently built, but not old. It's that's all ruins. Let me show you the mosque. This is the amphitheater, and here people stand and watch the games, kind of Olympic games, as it happened in Olympia. So this is the well of that time. People drank water from it. It divulged a lot of water at that time, so there were no technological stuff at that time, so they used wells to get the water. See that ruin? The ruins of Birhamanabad. This was a palace of Rajadar, where he and his family stayed, and from here he ruled the whole Sindh. Some call it that it wasn't the so-called capital, the Bambur was capital, but I think in some books it's written that it was the once capital of the Rajadar's regime, and so of the Muhammad bin Qasim. He made it capital of Sindh. These are the shrewds and pieces of the pottery, the old pottery that they used. These all parts were broken, so they glued them back. Now they are in their original. Yeah, look at that. Here's the jug. They are the animal figurines. Look at that. They are roots of pottery. Well, what's this? I myself don't know. But at that time, they used to grind the white with that. These all are the iron objects. Oh, I think the machinery was slightly used. The bullocks were used, so the iron objects used on them. These are the ivory flex. I think they are somehow the not bronze. The raw shells. Glass fragment. So see, you will see that's the old side, the old ruins, and it has been excavated. The site has been many times excavated, and many artifacts have been found, and they are very old. Maybe from the. So see, you will see that's the old side, the old ruins, and it has been excavated. The site has been many times excavated, and many artifacts have been found, and they are very old. Maybe from the 18th century or 17th century, 7th century. So these are the precious beads, the jewelry, and the stones or something. How beautiful it is. At that time, people wore the jewelry, and the jewelry has been worn for years, centuries.